G'day guys and welcome to the channel, and it is the last round of the AFL. It's going to be great, but guys, before we get into the video, I've started a new Hawthorn channel, so subscribe because it will be in the description down below. Subscribe if you're a great Hawthorn fan because it's such a good fan TV. But anyway, this is going to be a banger. Last round of the AFL. Thanks for all the support during this home and away season. Let's just get straight into the tips. So now let's review the round 23 we had of tipping. I tipped the Sydney Swans at Marvel Stadium. Of course, they got the job done by quite a lot in the end against not the best Bombers side that day. I mean, after that loss, their finals is officially done. They cannot make the 8 now, so that's pretty disappointing for them. And now, Gold Coast vs Melbourne, none of them were going to make the 8. And I tipped Gold Coast, and really I regret that. At People's First Stadium, Melbourne just showed up, and that really disappoints me as I got that tip incorrect. And yeah, I haven't got a perfect score all year, even in opening round. So I'm pretty angry. I know it's my last chance, round 24, but anyway, Giants vs Fremantle. This was a good game. This was one of the best games I feel. I watched this game. Didn't watch the Gold Coast game, but I watched this one. The Giants showed up. But Freo, they were coming. Alright? I was going for the Dockers. I wanted the Dockers to get upset even though I tipped the Giants. Bloody hell they came. But bloody what's his name? Banfield sold the game, bro. His 50-metre penalty and everything. I think any Freo fan can agree with that. Banfield sold the game. And then Brisbane versus Collingwood. Collingwood won that game by 1 point. I don't know how that happened. They just came from the clouds and got the job done against the in-form Brisbane side. And now their premiership looks are looking a bit down. And now St Kilda versus Geelong. St Kilda got a win against the Caddis. And I've got to say this, if you're a Saints fan, hands on. I mean, that was such a good win for the Saints, and I feel like that's going to be good for the next season. If they win next week, I think they're going to find some form coming into the next season, because this last end of the period for this season is important. Then I tipped the Crows in the showdowns, because Adelaide usually win all the showdowns, but this time they didn't. Got that tipping correct. Port Adelaide got the job done pretty comfortably. And then Bulldogs versus North Melbourne. Bulldogs just cruised past the Kangaroos. I mean, Kangaroos were good in the first quarter. It's like 22-20 at one stage. And then I wasn't watching the game, right? And then when I checked the scores next time, I saw 89-22. And I was like, huh? The Bulldogs kick 11 goals in a row. What the hell? But anyway, it was shocking scenes at Marvel, and it was like one of those Good Friday games. I remember Josh Bruce kicked 10 goals. Yeah, it was one of those games. Then Hawthorn versus Richmond, we flogged the Tigers, but the middle part of the game wasn't the best. Second and third quarter, they were coming. First quarter, we flogged them. I thought we were on track to score 200 points as well. So it was pretty good as a Hawks fan. I thought the West Coast Eagles will beat Carlton, honestly, with Carlton's all injuries and everything, but they did not show up at all, mate. They were just a terrible team. They looked absolutely terrible. But that was enough talking about round 23. Let's get into my round 24 tips, and yeah. So now, an interesting matchup at the MCG to kick off proceedings in the last round on the Friday at the MCG. Melbourne versus Collingwood. Collingwood really doesn't look like they're going to be playing finals unless Hawthorn will lose somehow and Carlton and Fremantle lose, then they have a chance, and they need to win it to stay in it and rely on other games as well. Melbourne not going to play finals this year. But I think Melbourne will have the upper hand and finish the season with a bang, and they'll get the job done by 13 points. Now, the Super Saturday and the last Super Saturday for the regular season, and the Cats are taking on the West Coast Eagles at their home ground to end off their home and away season. West Coast are going to end off their home and away season here. And the Cats, they are playing in September, so watch out. And there's lots to play for here. Cats need a top 4 spot, so they're going to be playing for that all day. And if they win, they secure their top 4 spot, and the Lions can't get them. And I think the Cats will do that and get the job done by 41 points. Now, it is the Richmond Tigers versus Gold Coast Suns, and I'm actually excited for this game, genuinely. As the Tigers, they're playing for Dustin Martin. He's going to do his walk around the MCG and give a farewell, so they'll just put it there all that game. Of course, Dusty's not playing, but Gold Coast, they are here to look like... Both teams are not going to be playing finals, but I think the Tigers get upset and they'll get it done by 4 points. So the Hawthorn Hawks will hopefully not be the last game of the season. If we lose to the Roos and Carlton win and Freo win, it will be the last game of the season. But if that happens, I'll just you won't even see this channel again. But Hawthorn, come on boys, it's a big game, but I'm not nervous for this game. It's a easy game, I would say, and we play comfortable at UTAS, and surely we get a home final, and I think that's what we're going to be aiming to do again and get this one done by the 73 points. Now, the Lions versus the Bombers at the Gabba on the Saturday. It's a night game. This one will be broadcasted on Channel 7. So make sure to watch this game, guys, and yeah, it's going to be a banger. Because Lions want to be getting that 2 chance life, the second life in the final series. So they'll play for really 4 quarters and they'll get the job done by 17. Now the Swannies will be taking on the Crows, and they're going to hold on to that minor premiership spot. Adelaide won't be playing in September. They'll be looking to finish off their season with a high so they can come next season and really just give a fight. But Sydney, there's nothing really to play for in this game, if I'm being honest. It's just form. And I think this game will actually be a thriller and the Sydney Swans will get up by 2. Now, this is a big game, actually. I'll be watching this 100%, especially for the doggies, because I can sleep out late if they lose this game and the Hawks... somehow just pull off a win, and Freo also win, and Carlton, they could slip out. But I think that's the case here. I think the Giants get on top and they'll end the Bulldog season maybe and win by 11. Now we got the Saints taking on the Blues at Marvel Stadium at the 3:20 time slot. Oh, watch this game, guys. It's going to be a big one because Carlton could just drop out there, and I potentially think this will be a full house game. And straight after this, the Blues are going to be watching the Freo game to see if they stand the hunt, if they lose this game. And I think the Blues definitely have the upper hand, even though with the injuries, because they got on top by West Coast by a lot, and they'll get it done here by 24 points. Last game of the home and away season out of the stadium, Fremantle versus Port Adelaide, and they've spread out the game time slots because it is, of course, the last round and most people want to watch every game, and the Dockers simply have to win. They might not make finals, I'll know by the end of this game, but I think Freo can keep their hunt alive and get the job done by 36 points. Now you have to like and subscribe because we are only 3 subscribers away from 550, so get me there. 11 people unsubscribe. I subscribe, so subscribe and see you guys in the next one.